For problem number 3, a dual cycle using air operates at 14.7 psia, 70 Fahrenheit, and RK is equals to 7. The cylinder diameter of the engine is 10 inches and the stroke is 12 inches. The pressure at the end of isometric heating process is 800 psia. If heat added at constant pressure during 3% of the stroke, compute the network and cycle of efficiency at atmospheric is 14.7 psia and 70 Fahrenheit. So, kung i-analyze natin yung problem number 3, bali sa problem, binigay niya yung pressure 1 na 14.7 psia. Then, yung temperature 1 natin na 70 Fahrenheit. Then, yung RK na 7. Then, yung diameter of the engine is 10 inches. Then, yung length natin na 12 inches. The pressure at the end of isometric. Sinabi niya, end of isometric. Kapag sinabing end of isometric, nasa point 3 tayo. So, kung makikita natin sa PV diagram, kapag sinabing isometric, di ba, constant volume. Bali, dito yon sa point na to. Then, yan yung constant volume o yung isometric. So, sinabi niya is end. So, nandito tayo sa point 3. So, therefore, meron tayong isometric heating process na pressure na 800 psia. If heat is added constant pressure during 3% of the stroke, compute the network and the cycle thermal efficiency. So, sa solution ko, bali yun nga, ulitin ko yung given na pressure 1 is equals to 14.7, yung temperature 1 natin is equals to 70 Fahrenheit. So, kailangan i-absolute muna natin yung temperature. So, nag-add ako ng 460. Therefore, yung temperature 1 natin is equals to 530 Rankine. Then, yung RK na 7, yung pressure 3 na 800 psia, yung diameter natin na 10 inches, then yung length na 12 inches. So, pinapahanap sa problem is yung work net and yung efficiency. So, sa solution ko, una kong hinanap yung volume 2. So, ginamit kong formula is yung VD is equals to V1 minus V2. And then, meron rin tayong another formula for volume displacement for engine. So, VD is equals to pi d squared all over 4 multiplied by the length. So, para makuha ko yung volume 2 o yung final formula for volume 2, in-equate ko yung dalawang formula ng volume displacement. So, bali, naging pi d squared all over 4 multiplied by the length is equals to V1 minus V2. So, sa formula, wala pa tayong V1. So, hahanapin muna natin yung V1. So, sa RK, in-equate ko yung RK in-equate ko para makuha ko yung final formula sa volume 1. So, nag-cross multiply ako. Bali, V1 is equals to RK multiplied by V2. Bali, itong nakuha kong formula sa volume 1, i-equate ko dito or i-substitute ko sa volume 1 ng formula na nabuo natin. Bali, pi d squared all over 4 multiplied by the length is equals to yung V1 natin na RK multiplied by V2 minus V2. So, i-substitute lang natin yung mga value. Bale, pi, then yung d natin na 10 inches squared, then all over 4, multiply natin sa length na 12 inches is equals to yung RK natin na given is 7 multiplied by the V2 and minus V2. So, dito, bali ito is 1 V squared V2 yan, di ba? So, kung i-minus natin dito, bali 7 minus 1, magiging siyang 6 V2. Kaya, pi quantity 10 inches squared all over 4 multiplied by 12 inches is equals to 6 V squared. So, para makuha natin yung final answer sa volume 2, nag-divide ako both side ng 6 para matira yung volume 2 na hinahanap natin. So, cancel yung 6, cancel. So, therefore, yung value ni volume 2 is equals to 157.080 inch cubic inch. So, naka-inch siya. So, sa volume 2, di ba, kailangan naka cubic feet tayo. So, nag-divide ako or i-convert ko yung inches into feet. So, 12 cubic inch, every 12 inches is equals to 1 feet. So, or yung cubic feet. So, volume 2 natin, equal siya sa 0.091 cubic feet. So, nakuha ko na yung volume 2. So, kukunin natin is yung volume 1. So, itong nakuha nating value na to, i-substitute natin dito para makuha natin yung formula for or yung final answer sa volume 1. So, yun nga no, nilagay ko ito yung volume 2 natin. So, pi quantity 10 inches squared all over 4 multiplied by 12 inches is equals to V1 minus 157.080 cubic inch. So, para makuha natin yung final value ni volume 1, nilipat ko itong volume 2 na answer. So, magiging siyang volume 1 is equals to pi quantity 10 inches squared all over 4 multiplied by 12 inches plus 157.080 cubic inch. So, yung inch kanina, yun din yung ginawa ko sa volume 2, kinonvert ko siya into feet. So, therefore, yung volume 1 natin is equal to 0.636 cubic feet. Then, nakuha ko na yung volume 1 and volume 2. So, kukunin ko naman ngayon is yung, sinolve ko naman is yung pressure 2 na sa point 1 to 2 which isentropic is constant. Sa pagkuha ko ng pressure 2, ginamit kong formula is yung uh, P2 VB2 formula. So, di ba yung volume 1 all over volume 2 is equals to RK lang, di ba? So, P2 all over P1 raised to K minus 1 all over K is equals to RK raised to K minus 1. So, para makuha ko yung final formula, minanipulate ko yung P2VB2 formula. Bali, nag-divide ako or nag-raise ako both side ng K all over K minus 1. So, ito, magiging 1 lang yan, di ba? Kaya magiging P2 all over P1. Then, dito naman, makakancel yung, kung i-distribute ko siya, makakancel yung K minus 1 tsaka K minus 1. May matitira tayong K. So, yung initial formula natin is P2 all over V1 is equals to RK raised to K. So, kung i-cross multiply natin para makuha natin yung final formula na P2 is equals to P1 quantity RK raised to K. So, P2, then yung pressure 1 natin na 14.7 PSIA, i-multiply natin sa RK na 7 raised to 1.4. Yung K natin hindi binigay sa problem. Kaya, ang K natin is equals to 1.4. So, pressure 2 is equals to 224.0 or 107 PSIA. Then, kunin naman natin yung temperature 2 sa process 1 to 2 which isometric or rather isentropic is constant. So, ginamit kong formula yung T2 BV2 formula. So, bali dito, nag-cross multiply ako para makuha ko yung final formula. Therefore, T2 is equals to T1 quantity RK raised to K minus 1. Then, yun, na-substitute lang natin yung, yung value. Yung T1 natin na 530 Rankine. Then, yung RK natin na 7 raised to 1.4 minus 1. So, yung temperature 2 natin is equals to 1,154.290 Rankine. Then, kunin naman natin is yung temperature 2 sa process 2 to 3. Sa process 2 to 3 is isometric is constant or yung volume is constant. Bali, ginamit ko dito is yung PVT formula. So, P2 V2 all over T2 is equals to P3 V3 all over T3. Since sa process 2 to 3 ay constant volume, makakancel yung volume. So, then i-cross multiply ko or yung initial formula natin is P2 all over T2 is equals to P3 all over T3. Then, para makuha ko yung final formula for T3, cross-multiply ako. Then, yung final formula natin is T3 is equals to P3 multiplied by T2 all over P2. So, then substitute lang natin yung value. So, P3 natin is 800. Yung temperature 2 na na-solve natin kanina is 1,154.290 all over P2 is 224.107 PSIA. So, yung unit na PSIA makakancel. Then, yung unit natin is Rankine. So, T3 natin is equals to 4,120.496 Rankine. Then, hanapin natin yung volume 3. So, sa volume 3 is equal lang yan sa volume 2. So, makikita natin sa PV diagrams, based sa PV diagram. Dito yon ulit, no? Dito sa area na to. Diba? V3 is equals to V2. Therefore, yung V3 natin is equals to 0.091 cubic feet. Then, hanapin naman natin is yung volume 4. Sa volume 4, sinabi sa problem, di ba? Kung babalikan natin yung problem, meron tayong 3% sa problem. Kapag tapos, sabi niya dito, bali ito yung final formula para makuha natin yung volume 4. Kasi sabi sa formula, 3% of the stroke. Kapag sinabi nating stroke, yun yung volume displacement. Kapag sinabing volume displacement naman, yun yung pag-travel ng piston kung sa top dead center and bottom dead center. So, V4 natin, isubstitute lang natin yung value. So, yung V3 natin na nakuha kanina is 0.091 cubic feet. Then plus, di ba yung 3%, gagawin lang nating decimal point. Bali 0.063. So, wala tayong value ni VD. So, hanapin muna natin yung value ni VD. So, meron tayong formulas for VD, di ba? VD is equals to V1 minus V2. So, hanapin muna natin. Bali, di ba, yung V1 natin is equals to 0.636 minus 0.091 cubic feet. Then, yung VD natin is equals to 0.545 cubic feet. So, meron na tayo. Makukuha natin yung value ni volume 4. So, substitute lang natin. Volume 4 is equals to yung volume 3 natin na 0.091 cubic feet plus yung 0.03. Then yung VD natin na na-solve is 0.545 cubic feet. Therefore, yung volume 4 natin is equals to 0.107 cubic feet. So, nakuha natin yung volume 4. Then, kuhanin naman natin next is yung temperature 4. Sa temperature 4, ginamit kong process is process 3 to 4, which pressure is constant. Bali, para makuha ko yung temperature 4, ginamit kong formula is yung PVT o yung combined gas law. So, since process 3 to 4 is constant pressure, so yung pressure is maka-cancel. Dito yan, no, sa PV diagram, makikita natin sa PV diagram. Dito yon, constant, yan, 3 to 4 is constant pressure. So, bali doon masasabi natin, no? Sana. Yan. So, yung initial formula natin is V3 all over T3 is equals to V4 all over T4. Then, nag-cross multiply ako para makuha ko yung final formula na T4 is equals to V4 T3 all over V3. Then, substitute lang natin yung value. Yung V4 natin na nakuha kanina is 0.107. Then, yung Temperature 3 na 4,120.496. All over natin sa volume 3 na 0.091 cubic feet. Therefore, yung temperature 4 natin is 4,844.979 Rankine.